Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people of all fandoms, welcome to the very last podcast of the year, being the 26th episode. I am the Angry Raccoon.
I am Ferret.
I am Ace.
I'm Terrets. And I'm Mellow Fox.
Yes, so we've got a full party here being recorded on Christmas Eve of all days. So, yeah, we want to wish everyone a happy Christmas and possibly a New Year, as soon as that's when the podcast will be going up for the most part. But we are mostly here to pretty much do the best and worst of 2015, as well as the looking forward to 2016 for the most part. But before we get into our lists and our predictions and all that kind of stuff, shall we get a quick update from anyone who wants to address anything that's happening to them? I mean, I know Christmas hasn't happened yet, but is anything anyone wants to mention at all?
It's been pretty calm.
I would like to mention.
Yeah. Go on, Tourette's. Come on. We haven't got time for this.
It's pretty calm for me, that's it.
Okay, alright, go on, Tourette's then.
I was gonna say, I have one quick update for people who aren't from 1775. The proper American way to celebrate Christmas and congratulate someone on Christmas is Merry Christmas, not Happy Christmas.
Fair enough.
I agree with this.
That's about it.
Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. It flows better.
There you go.
That's true. So we want to just wish everyone a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year from us, and hopefully best wishes for the rest of 2016.
Yep.
Yeah, that better?
Yeah, much
Beautiful.
better. Yeah.
I like it.
Anything else anyone wants to add to the podcast before we get into the main bulk of it? Looking around?
Hanukkah's over.
Yes, it is.
That's about it.
No? Alright, cool. So, I guess what I'll be doing is explaining how this podcast is going to go for everyone who's listening. So, essentially, all 5, 6 of us... It's 5 of us, yeah? Sorry, I forgot there for a sec. Yeah, it is 6. Sorry, 5. There was going to be a 6th person, but they couldn't make it. But the way this podcast is basically going to go is we each have... Well, I basically wrote up a list of questions to ask, mainly regarding the best of 2015, the worst of 2016, and things regarding 2016. So we're basically going to go in turns and answer all these questions, put down, say things that are personal for us and all that kind of stuff. So I think the first one we have on our list, which we're going to go straight right into it, is favorite games of 2015.
Cool.
So does anyone want to start off with favorite games of 2015? Anyone in particular? Nope, I'm just hearing silence.
Go for it, boys. Who wants this? Fresh me up.
I think what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to, depending on if anyone actually has something, we're going to have to go in alphabetical order, because I think that's the best way.
Maybe you should take the reins for this one.
Okay, well, I'll take the reins. So, essentially, my favorite... and I think we should also mention as well, there were a few rules that were put in place so that, it was organized and didn't take forever, and that is the fact that regarding... certain topics and lists, we only had a certain amount of numbers we could pick. So that was 10, 5, 3, and 1. But you were also allowed honorable mentions, which were technicalities, things that didn't quite make the list. So, for my favorite game of the year, it is only my number 1 game, and that is Splatoon.
Oh, good.
Yes, that was the only new game I played, and I think it was pretty damn good. For what they did, it was awesome, and I really should be wearing my Splatoon hat, but
well. Yeah, you should.
As soon as it's some kind of weird running theme.
You got to, mate.
Maybe later. But
they're very fun.
Yeah, and my only other honourable mention would be the soon-to-be classic, according to the internet, being Undertale.
Oh, never heard of that one.
No?
What's that about?
My background right now, even.
Ferret just had an epiphany right there.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's pretty much my favourite game to 2015.
Really? That's it?
Yeah.
Oh,
I didn't really play that many games.
Oh, fair enough.
No, it was just that.
Oh, that was cool.
That was the only new game I played.
Oh, okay.
I'm not including older games. You're right there, man.
To me. Yeah, I think it's due to what you're missing. I think everybody knows about what you're missing.
Yeah,
but
mate, it's been brilliant this year for games.
Well, I'm about to hear about it because we're going in alphabetical order, aren't we? So I think
alphabetical. Oh, okay.
Yes, I think that's falling to the next person, being Ace.
Okay, so on mine, I have 4 games. One's an honourable mention. First one being Hotline Miami 2.
Ooh.
Amazing soundtrack. The story's more convoluted than the first one, but it was really enjoyable. Second game, Life is Strange.
Can I quickly just double check something? So when we're doing the orders, specify if it's ascending or how it's ascending or descending, because I'd imagine.
What, as in I think one's better than the other, or?
Yeah, if you've done it that way. If
No,
not,
I
that's
haven't.
fine. Okay, that's fine then. It's fine.
Okay. Yeah, next one is Life is Strange. Very emotional roller coaster of a game. Set in high school with time travel. I haven't played it, but I've got it pre-ordered. I've watched playthrough and absolutely loved it.
Mm-hmm.
Next one being Undertale.
Oh yeah.
I have played a bit of it. I haven't got the full copy. I played it at a friend's, and I really love this game.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing, very emotional RPG that you don't have to complete the whole battle every enemy. You can just not hurt them.
Okay.
So, and honourable mention being Splatoon.
Okay.
Ooh.
Cool.
Yeah.
Lovely job.
Cool. I will say for everyone when people are reading out the list, do feel free to not necessarily butt in, but comment on a certain thing if you're like, oh, I wonder what that is, or tell me more. In a sense, because I'd imagine, including my list, there's going to be a few where it's going to be like, what the fuck is that? So feel free to question people's choices.
Yeah. Does anyone have any questions on those quickly?
No.
I feel bad that I don't have Undertale now.
Yeah, even I have it. What are you?
I didn't play it, but so far, 2 people have gotten it. It's just like, shit, I
Yeah.
feel like I'm out of luck.
Just add it in.
You will know no love like Goat Mom love.
I feel out of the loop as well because I don't have it.
Yeah, you're not on your own, Tourette's.
You got me.
He just only heard about it.
I just literally right now found out about this game.
Oh gosh. All right, so
That's me next.
yeah, it's you, Ferret. Go ahead, man.
And boy, I got 5 and 1 honourable mention. I think I'll start with the honourable mention first. And that's Until Dawn, which is an interactive drama survival horror adventure game developed by Supermassive Games for the PS4. This pros, I'll start off with the pros first.
Ooh.
I got
We got it in technical. Jeez.
Something
Exactly.
we haven't seen before.
I feel like
Oh,
I need to up my game.
Yeah, let me start writing now.
I ain't
But go on.
playing, this is serious.
But go on.
It's got a great atmosphere, interesting concept. The whole game is based around something called the butterfly effect, which is basically if you kill a butterfly, events in the future will change somehow. It's very interesting. I'd definitely check that out. It's got different results for different players, so every walkthrough is different. It's got a great story, interesting plot, and now I'll go to the cons. It's got terrible characters. They're too similar, and the dialogue is unrealistic.
I enjoyed some of the characters.
I just thought I was playing the same person. Like, I'd have one person say this line, and then it will sound exactly
I wouldn't
the
go
same.
that far. I would, because a lot of people have been saying these characters are awful,
Yeah.
but I think a lot of the characters are supposed to be awful
Yeah.
because it's trying to do the whole B movie / a horror
Yeah.
film, and maybe some people aren't getting it, or maybe it's doing it too well. Maybe.
I mean, you gotta admit, character like comparing Ashley to Emily, they are very different.
Emily,
Yeah.
she'll get it, mate. For me,
No, she's planned to
Is
die.
Really
Emily the
irritating.
nerdy one with the glasses and the boobs?
No,
she's not nerdy.
No, she's the straight up bitch, right?
she's
Yeah.
a real bitch.
Oh, okay.
she's like the popular girl.
Yeah. She's really bitchy.
yeah.
But yeah, the camera
That other guy.
is similar to
Oh, Matt
Resident
is like
Evil.
Play-Doh.
What did you say?
Matt is like Play-Doh. He's like Christian Stewart. That's the best way I can describe Matt. That is the funniest thing I've ever seen. Go on, sorry.
Hurling insults too early.
No spoilers yet. Come on.
Yeah, the camera angles are similar to Resident Evil 1. It was charming on Resident Evil, bad on this game, but it's just really awkward. Alright?
And it's very few and apart, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's odd.
It doesn't fit. And everyone actually says this game's got really good voice acting. I think it's got bad voice acting, to be honest.
Well, all of it?
With a lot of the characters have pretty bad voice acting, with the exception of Dr. Hill, which is played by Dr. Stormware. I mean, Dr. Storm. played by Peter Stormare. I don't know why I said Dr. Stormare, but
He was that believable. That's why.
It's that good. I thought that's his real name. But
Blending the line between fiction and reality, right there. This game.
breaking the full hall, mate.
I'm pretty sure that's the tagline.
Yeah.
But yeah, I give that game an overall 7 out of 10.
Ratings as well. Damn.
Yeah, ratings.
Wow.
I'm not going all that.
Okay. Fair enough.
I think I might have to like break a little bit
Yeah,
in the
Tourette's,
middle of this.
you're
so
saying
people
something?
can share.
I got a question about that game for you, Ferret.
Yeah, go ahead.
I've
mate.
seen a review of it.
Hmm.
I kind of get the base idea. Is there anything more than what I'm seeing? Because what I'm seeing of just narrative-based B-movie type game seems really lackluster to me. Like, I've seen videos, I've seen people talking about it. I don't get why people are so into it. Like, I don't know if I'm missing something.
To be honest,
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I definitely know what you mean. I'm not into that hype with it either. It's just
No, but he's saying is there like
It's-
more than to
dunno.
what he's seeing?
It's-
Tourette's. I'm assuming you know at least enough, like maybe a little bit of the plot, and you're just kind of wondering, does something happen? Does it go further? Is that more we get?
No, I know the story. It's more like gameplay and just
Yeah.
the overall reason why it's a game as opposed to just 3 different movies or a choose your own adventure book. And why they had to wait until the PS4 to use all these graphics when games or game makers like Telltale have been making games with a narrative-based divergence on worse platforms.
It's what you see is what you get. Really, it's not greatly in depth. It's actually pretty. The gameplay itself is pretty like bad. I think, in my opinion, it's not that fun.
So why the hell is it on your list?
There's elements of it.
Like, geez. We're doing best games, not worst.
Yeah, it's like bad voice acting, bad characters, bad gameplay.
And the only good
7
thing you
out of
said
10.
was like, oh, you liked it, and now it's just like all the cons.
It's just because it gets the survival horror right. It's that's what is enjoyable about it. It gets that bit right, and that element of it
Okay.
is what I really love. It. But yeah, I'll go on to number 5, and then I'll switch it to someone else.
If it's gonna
and
be
then come
longer, then
back.
okay, then.
Yeah.
All right, well, go on then.
Have you seen these notes? Bloody hell, there's pages and pages. But yeah,
Oh my god.
number 5 is Bloodborne, which is an action-packed role-play game developed by From Software and released in March 2015 for the PS4. Pros: brilliant gameplay, great character customization, visually pleasing, great atmosphere and an interesting story. And I'll go to the cons now. It's pretty boring. It doesn't keep you interested, mate.
That's interesting you saying that, because you played every From game pretty much.
From
And it's interesting
Software,
that you
yeah.
say this is the boring one.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's basically I'd rather just play Dark Souls than this. This doesn't feel needed.
But it's Dark Souls though. in some
That's the
sense.
thing. It's just the reskin of Dark Souls, and it's nothing special. You know, you should just rather play Dark Souls. instead.
Maybe you're having some From Software fatigue. Perhaps.
Maybe, yeah. I think I'm just on the hype train.
Well, I think like a lot of people I've talked to, it's that Demon Souls and Dark Souls had a deeper and more like hidden storyline,
Yeah.
whereas Bloodborne's and Dark Souls 2's they're much more open and they just tell everything.
That's
Well,
what I
they
didn't
kind of
like,
have
yeah.
to, because when they show a freaking Cthulhu monster, you're gonna be wondering what the hell was that? Where did it come from? I thought I was in London Gothic horror.
But the thing is,
Yeah, but Gothic horror's always harkened back to like cosmic stuff.
To the most part, but you have to remember, when you create something so awesome,
Yeah.
you're gonna want to tell someone what that is. The last thing
Yeah.
you want is someone to be just going, never got it, what it, you know.
Dark Souls 1 did the same thing though. It had interesting
But it had
stuff, but it didn't.
enough.
Exactly. This has too much.
that's what I thought was wrong with Dark Souls 2 as well,
Yeah.
and this game. It reveals way too much. It
doesn't let you speculate.
Yeah, it doesn't like have any mystery. You know, it's the whole like film thing. What they always say about films.
Yeah. It's show don't tell.
Yeah, exactly, and that goes for this. So I think I'll give this one a 7 out of 10.
Okay, so you want to take a break from your list, so we
Yeah,
move
I'll
on to
switch
the
it to someone else.
next person. So that would be Mellow, right? Tourette's, I believe
I
you have
have
something.
one quick
Yeah.
question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry, Matt.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
you
It's
over a
fine.
little bit. Did you play the DLC, Ferret?
Oh no,
Bloodborne?
I didn't even bother with that.
Okay. I've heard actually really good things about that, as
Really?
opposed to the game, which been getting mixed. It seems like the people who've bought the DLC have had a positive experience with it.
Oh, I better check that out then, because I didn't even know it had these DLC, to be honest, because I just completely forgot about that game afterwards, after I played it.
Yeah, no worries.
Okay, so Mellow, you want to hit us with your best games if you have it? I mean, we will clarify, not everyone has a list for every single question. I know I certainly don't, and don't feel any pressure if you don't. Just throwing that out there, but Mellow, you take it away.
Alright. Yeah, my first choice, honestly, it's just came to Xbox One. It was MOBA. I might have gotten that wrong when I said Smite.
Smite, yeah, just Smite some over, yeah.
Yes, good game.
I am truly addicted to that game. That is it's just wonderful because, like, when I was a kid growing up, I love mythology. So now that I'm getting to use mythological people I've been reading about to fight each other, I mean, like, there's some kind of nostalgia.
That makes sense.
Yes.
That's cool.
Number 2, I have to give it to Undertale. I mean, like, I love Undertale. It's fantastic story. The characters, you have short dialogue, but I mean, like, you can, like, feel so much coming from them, like, character-wise.
The feels, yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Third, Splatoon. I love that game. I mean, I told my friends forever ago, and just like everybody's getting like, I'm getting a Wii U for Smash. I'm getting a Wii U for Smash. I'm just like getting a Wii U for Splatoon. You got something to say about that?
You were pretty much like, fuck that weak pussy shit right there. Splatoon's where it's at.
Exactly. Literally, like,
I know there were a lot of comments the same like that, where people were like,
amiibos.
fuck Call of Duty, Splatoon. But
Splatoon's the Bible game.
In fact, the first time the amiibos went like that, I found the 3-pack.
oh,
I personally hit it.
you hit it. Oh,
Until I
okay.
had enough to buy it.
Okay, fair enough.
And it's totally worth. Totally worth.
That will link later on in the story, in the podcast. I think Amiibos and Splatoon. But do you have any others you're gonna say, Matt?
Yeah.
Okay.
One thing about what Ferret said earlier. He literally knocked the knees out of everybody that was bragging about PS4 games. I mean, like Bloodborne and Until Dawn were like everybody on PS4 could ever say. They're like, hey, I got Bloodborne. You don't have that on anything else. And just like, he's just like, I don't even care.
I'm blunt, that's how
To
I
some
am.
extent. Man.
I just hope PS4 gets better soon.
Yeah, I think we all do. Is that it for your list, though? Matt?
His lips are moving, but I ain't hearing nothing.
I ain't hear him neither.
Oh.
Can't quite hear you, Matt.
Yeah, I'm done.
Oh, you're done. Okay. Just wanted to
Okay.
double check. So, shall we go back? Do you want Terrets? Do you want to go with
go
your
for
list,
Terrets
or
first.
okay? So we're
I'll
gonna go to you
leave
then.
it to Ferret.
Oh.
Oh, he's having it to you. So
Ooh.
go ahead.
Alright, well, number 4, Fallout 4. See what I did there?
I see.
Genius right there. Developed by Bethesda Game Studios and published by Bethesda Softworks.
Softworks. Yeah.
Softworks,
Oh,
there we go.
Almost slipped up.
In November 2015. Incredibly fun. What I love about Bethesda games is that they take ordinary tasks, like boring, repetitive tasks, and every time you do it, it's always fun. It's crazy how they do that.
Okay.
I love what they do. It's brilliant. In-depth crafting system, even though people like give it a lot of bash. But
I don't like the action you just did there, but
Please repeat that.
okay. It's got a great story. A superior plot to the previous ones, I think, in my opinion.
as in just 3 or like something.
Yeah, all of them.
Or even New Vegas.
Oh shit.
Oh,
Like, New Vegas, Chris Avalon. Like,
Oh, okay. That's thrown me off a little bit.
think about it.
It's up there with it's up there with New Vegas. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I love the settlement systems. It's fun. And now I'll go to the cons where I'm gonna rip it apart.
Yeah.
It's got you know I was talking about Bethesda doing all repetitive gameplay and making it fun again?
Yeah.
One thing they failed with is repetitive and unoriginal quests that are alien to this franchise. What I loved about Fallout is that all the quests seemed fun, interesting throughout all of the games, and these ones, they just seem like really boring. Like, especially if you play, it was a Cambridge police station quest storyline.
Is this in 4?
Yeah, number 4. And if you play that, you'll know what I'm talking about, because basically they just send you out to just clear stations, like 20 quests or something. It's just clearing out areas, and that's just like, bloody hell, that's boring. That's pretty cheap. But less RPG elements from the than the other games, in particular New Vegas. And yeah, the character, it feels like it's less your own, rather than like it feels like it's just the character that you're meant to play, rather than your own character. Although they've got a really good character creation system, with like where you can input your own name and stuff and have people say it, even though if you have like an ethnic name, they're gonna mess it up. It's really weird. I don't think it works. So I'll give this one an 8 out of 10.
Okay.
So,
And I think you have your last game on the list.
I got 3 more, mate.
3 more.
Mate,
The amount of time you're taking. Okay.
exactly. It's because I ain't got nothing more on the list, so I thought bang this out.
That makes sense.
Okay. I mean, okay. Take your next one.
Would
and then...
you like to go Terrets first?
I have a quick question about Fallout, and then I'll let you take another, and then I'll give mine.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
mine's going to be quick.
Yeah. Thanks.
Alright.
Question about the Fallout. Oh, sorry, Raccoon. I don't mean to talk over you.
No, it's fine. I wasn't talking.
Podcast.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
I have a question for you in regard to the story and how your character ends up in the story. To avoid as many spoilers as I can, I haven't actually played the game. I've just kind of been learning things through osmosis, and I've heard very mixed things about the main story.
Yeah.
And you wake up, you leave the vault, because spoilers, there's a vault, you go in it, and then...
You ruined the game.
And from my understanding, the way the story starts, it's somebody calls up to you, hey, kill that guy. You stab the first person you see since like X amount of time you've been in a vault, and then take a minigun and just start mowing motherfuckers down for no reason, and then you are promoted to the top of these individuals' ranks because you just slaughtered a bunch of people.
You've
That is the
essentially
most
just
accurate
explained,
description of
the start of it.
Oh, jeez.
Alright, fair enough. But did that answer
What's the question now?
My question, with things like that, do you feel that it's too streamlined? Because for games like Fallout New Vegas and even Fallout 3, you could roam around and kind of fuckboy a bit until you decided to go do the main story. And a lot of the story elements could change. Not as much for 3, but especially for New Vegas.
Yeah.
How long you decide to do things when you do things out of order. Whereas it seems like with Fallout 4, it's kind of a railroady plot. Would you agree with that, or like how do you feel about it?
I understand that. Yeah, to some degree I agree because because definitely what you just explained, that first part, that's what you're meant to do. You can't really explore other places. You have to do that. But once you've done that, you have a lot more freedom to explore other areas, and after that bit, after what you just talked about, the initial opening, it becomes more like a Fallout type of game where you can actually explore, do your own things for a while. So there's no real pressure to do the storyline straight off the bat. You could explore. Like, I think I spent about 10 hours just exploring before I actually started doing the main quests.
Cool.
So yeah.
Okay, yeah, that was it. I was just curious.
Alrighty.
Cool. So you're going to take the next one and then we'll hand it over to Tourette's.
I think I'll be quick on this one. Just because
Yeah, please do.
I'm just gonna breeze through two of them. So third is Metal Gear Solid 5: The Phantom Pain. Brilliant game, 9 out of 10. There we go. I'm breezing through that. Second one, Witcher 2: The Wild Hunt. Beautiful game.
Do you mean Witcher 3?
Witcher 3. Witcher 3, yeah. Witcher 3 is a brilliant game. But yeah. Alright, Reign of Kings though, that's number 1, and that's where it's at. Right?
Reign of Kings, what's that?
Reign of Kings. It's this indie game published by Steam and developed by Code Hatch. I mean, it's developed and published by Code Hatch, and it's on Steam.
Mm-hmm.
It's a medieval themed sandbox multiplayer game.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the greatest game I've ever played. It's basically a mixture between Mountain Blade and Rust. It's got so many great elements such as crafting, player fighting. Oh, it's so much fun. I'll just talk about the best moment ever, right? Which is when I was a bloody king on it, because I was the best fighter on the game because I banged it out. I had
in the world, yeah.
In the world.
Okay, fair enough.
In the server, because I had like 400 hours plus on it. So I was a beast, just slaying everyone that came into my kingdom. Had the biggest guild as well on it.
Mm-hmm.
So I build an arena straight in the dead of it, in like the dead center of the map, which is like the worst place to be for like newcomers and stuff, because that's where everyone fights. Built an arena there, and I think for like 3 weeks straight, I beat everyone in the arena.
Jeez.
And then this guy out of nowhere comes out, he kills me. Everyone that's watching on the stand starts to rebel. They start getting angry because I lost. So they kind of destroyed the arena, and they kind of like destroyed like our castle at the top of the hill, messed us up, fucked our shit up, and yeah, we held out in the castle for like a month afterwards. But yeah, they eventually just destroyed us.
Jeez.
That's brilliant.
It's a beautiful game. It's so beautiful. I can't.
Interesting.
You sold it to me.
Go on Steam right now. It's 70% off. It's like £3 now. Anyone that's listening, just buy it. I'm not shitting you. You'll love it. But I'll quickly go through the cons.
I'll buy it now.
You should, mate.
Why not?
The cons. I'll just quickly go through it. Bug to shit.
Nah.
Glitches. Poor optimization.
Bethesda make this game? Jeez.
Lag makes the PvP terrible. You lose a lot of gear because lag and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a lot of hackers. But mind you, it's just been released, and I was playing in beta
Mm-hmm.
for most of the time. So I think a lot of these issues have been resolved by now. So yeah,
Cool.
that's the list over.
Cool.
Take
So-
a deep breath.
Hand over to the final person, being Terrets.
Okay, so I have a little bit of an anecdotal story as to how I got the one game that I played this year that came out in 2015.
Okay, go ahead.
I was hanging out at my apartment, like I do. I hear a knock at the door. I open it up. There's a package. I go get the package, open it up. Game slides out, and a little, 3x5 index card. And on the index card it says, "You win the bet, asshole." Here. and I got Saints Row Get Out of Hell
Oh shit.
for an apparent bet that I have no memory of, and I have no idea who this person was, because they didn't leave a name, they didn't fucking leave a return address, they didn't leave nothing. It was just a package of Saints Row Get Out of Hell with a little index card that told me to fuck myself.
Okay. That's
That
really-
being said, sorry.
No, go on.
That being said, I had a really fun time with Get Out of Hell. It's like a crackdowny type game.
Mhm.
It takes the same mechanics from Saints Row 4, and it implements them where you play as Gat and Kinsey in Hell, because the player character from the first 4 games gets captured by Satan to marry his daughter.
Fair enough.
Beelzebub?
It's either girl, right?
I don't know. Yeah, the daughter.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
one more thing I'll add to that. There's a musical with Satan.
Sounds very South Park.
Oh yeah, there was.
I enjoyed it. It was. I think I looked online and it was $10. So it's probably a 7-hour, 8-hour experience to beat it most of the way. Through like collectibles and everything.
Yeah.
I had fun though.
Cool. That's fine. You can't really complain about a free game.
No.
Can't at all.
Unless
I mean-
it's awful.
Yeah.
I'll get to that in my worsts.
Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. Cool.
Look
So,
forward to that then.
right. So we're moving on to our next topic, which is favorite films of 2015. So, starting in alphabetical order. Ace, would you like to go first?
No, but of course.
Okay. Sure.
The first film, I think this is the first one I watched this year of that is on my list, being It Follows.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah, it is an amazing film starring Michael Monroe, who I also watched in The Guest, which I talked about. STD Ghost Monster. That's the basic way to describe it. Yeah. Very suspenseful, great music, and timeless like setting in a way. Love that.
What I really liked about it as well was like the Stanley Kubrick and style.
Oh yeah. Very
you put that on your list and you talk about it then.
yeah.
Just quite like
Very Stanley Kubrick inspired, very 80s, 90s horror. Next film on the list, John Wick. I think in America it came out 2014, but England it came out 2015. It's Keanu Reeves
Good choice.
doing his best action movie in forever. And just can't complain about it. Very enjoyable, him killing people. My last film on the list being Mad Max Fury Road. Think that's an obvious one. Action-packed, brilliant visuals, amazing film, and continuation of the Mad Max story, and possibly the best one. So that's my top movies. I don't have any honourable mentions.
Sure.
That's a brilliant list, I have to say.
Just the three. Yeah, that's pretty damn solid. I would say. Ferret, moving to you now.
Alright, I'll start with number
I'm sorry,
5.
I want to ask Ace a question.
It's fine.
Of course.
Go ahead.
Would you consider John Wick better than The Matrix in terms of Keanu Reeves' action?
Yes.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, I have to vouch for that.
Yeah, John Wick was better.
I agree. I was just curious where you guys stood.
Yeah.
Okay.
Much better action and visuals.
Yeah.
Everything.
Acting as well.
Cool.
I actually believed
Oh,
him.
yeah.
This one.
All right, Ferret, you take it away with your list.
I'll start with number 5. It Follows.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful. Don't have to say any more than that. Creepy, incredible, fun. See the trailer. You watch it. Trust me.
I'd say no.
Yeah,
Don't
I'd
see the
actually say
trailer.
Don't watch the
Really?
trailer.
No,
Yeah,
I
I'd just
would-
say drop in.
No, I would say just watch the film personally.
Trailer got me hyped.
Obviously, as long as you're of the age, but like just
Yeah.
watch the trailer.
Or watch
Actually, not watch the trailer.
the original trailer, which spoiled nothing.
Yeah.
Because the recent trailers spoiled.
That's what I meant, the original.
We
but
may need to
I
put that in the
have
description
yeah,
then.
I'll
for
clarify.
people, yeah.
The original non-spoiler one.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Number 4, Inside Out.
Mhm.
Really great, family-friendly Disney movie. It's it was really fun. It went. It's a roller coaster of emotions, and I like that. It brings the characters to life, and it's very creative with the emotions and all of that system. Number 3, Ant-Man. It's a brilliant movie. It's fun.
Mm-hmm.
And although there's a lot of controversy around it, because Edgar Wright was like he dropped out of the movie and all
yeah.
of that stuff, it still holds itself really well, even at the start, which is directed by a different director.
Oh, so it had two directors, did it?
Yeah,
Oh, okay, I didn't know that.
but Edgar Wright wasn't.
No, but I thought the guy who replaced him, he took over and was just the director. I didn't. There's not two.
Oh
is
wait,
there?
yeah, because you're right.
Yeah.
Edgar Wright wrote it all,
Yeah.
but he didn't direct. Yeah, sorry,
Okay.
my bad.
All right.
Cheers for
No worries.
clearing
No
up.
worries.
Number 2, people might come to a bit of surprise, but Force Awakens, I really, really enjoyed it.
Okay.
Although I have a lot of issues with it, I love that movie because it's the first ever Star Wars movie I've watched in cinema. So yeah, first one, no surprise.
Good reason to love it.
Mad Max Fury Road.
Yeah.
That's a beast of a movie. If you haven't seen it, piss off.
That needs to be on the box. That needs to be on the box right there. If you haven't seen it, piss off.
There's no reason to not. It's action all the way, and it's just beautiful visuals. Soundtrack alone getting me hyped up for this next scene. Jesus.
Okay, and that was your top 5.
Whew, I need to...
Head into Matt. I believe you're next with top favorite films of 2015.
All right, we'll start off with I guess number 5.
Yeah.
Martian.
Martian, yes.
Matt Damon. Yeah, I mean, like, I guess this is one of the first movies I saw with Matt Damon actually acting in it and paying attention since Team America. And so, you know, seeing him outside of that perspective was pretty deep.
Okay.
Number 4. I think I would pick Blaze Trials.
Blaze Trials.
Sands. Wait, pardon me.
Blaze Trials.
Am I blazing? The Scorch Trials.
Scorch Trials. Okay, the Maze Runner, yeah.
Pardon me. Maze Runner, yeah.
Yes. Okay.
And I enjoyed it. I went and saw it with some friends, and it was kind of intense, more intense than I thought it'd be. And it's a good movie. I could tell. I'm expecting great things with the next movie, and I guess I gotta catch up with the books. That should be fun.
Cool.
Well, third, Ant-Man.
Okay.
Ant-Man was fantastic. I mean, like, they really brought it around. It was action-packed, you know. They threw in elements from Marvel, which I love. And it also ties in to the story when Civil War happens. Now he can be in it.
Yeah, that's true. He should be in it. Well, I think he technically has been confirmed.
Is.
Yeah.
It's someone else that isn't.
Yeah.
Okay.
Number 3?
No,
right?
that was your third. You're on 2 now, yeah?
No, that was 3.
You're 2.
The Avengers.
The what, sorry?
The Avengers.
Avengers 2.
Age of Ultron.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. That was also very fun. I mean, like, I feel like the cast has been together, like, once for the Avengers 1. And ever since, I feel like there's, like, this movie showed that they actually had a lot of connecting over that time. Everything seems like they're family, almost.
This is about
and
family.
you see the true connections gained. Yeah. It's really nice. Enjoyable.
Cool.
And number 1 would be the Babadook.
Oh,
Like,
yes.
Yes. That was crazy. I didn't expect that from the movie. My friend's just like, go watch the Babadook. I swear, it's so good. I'm just like, man, why not? I give it a shot, and I'm just like, what is going on?
It's a
It leaves you with more questions.
Yeah, it's a great film. I completely forgot this film. It's a bit of a technicality, yeah.
Same. It's because it's not really... It's not that mainstream, isn't it? I mean, it's
I
got
forgot
coverage.
it came out this year.
Same with me, I forgot.
Can I retroactively put that on my honourable mentions?
Sure, I guess you can. I'm probably going to have to do it on mine as well.
Can I do that with Ant-Man as well? Because I forgot that came out this year.
Okay, sure.
They're honourable mentions.
That's fine. So that's your list. I guess it's me next, yes? Okay, so I actually have 10 films on my list, and 1 honourable mention. Well, 2 honourable mentions, my bad. Number 10 being Moomins on the Riviera. It's an animated film that came out earlier this year based on the classic cartoon characters, the Moomins. This film looks awesome. I'm not a massive fan of the voices. They sound really odd for the most part, but it's a really nicely animated film, and I thought it was worth putting on my top 10. I didn't see that many. I saw a total of about 13 films, and I thought it was worthy of making the final cut. Number 9, Big Hero 6. I thought this was a really good attempt at a superhero, Marvel-ish kind of Disney film, and hopefully there's a few more on its way. Here's hoping for the Runaways film. Hopefully Disney makes that at some point. Number 8, Ant-Man. Now, I'm well known for not really liking this film because I'm a big fan of Edgar Wright, and I still consider this film to be a disappointment, but I still thought it was a good film and worthy enough of going on my list. Number 7, Crimson Peak. Guillermo del Toro does it again with this awesome love story, horror themed film. Really enjoyed it, thought it was awesome. Number 6, It Follows. I think that's making it on everyone's list at the moment so far. Really creepy concept, really cool. It's probably going to be a new kind of a good example of good horror nowadays. Number 5, this is where things get really interesting. The Good Dinosaur. Now,
I agree.
I just saw this film 2 days ago, and I think it's pretty damn good, and it's a shame no one is seeing this film, because I think it's really worth seeing. It's fucking dark as hell. I will say that. This is quite a scary film for kids. Ferret, you have something to say?
I definitely agree with you. Like, I think the reason why we've talked about it before is just because, parents are a little bit of blood or something. I'm scared.
There's, you'll hear this in the. I've actually done a review for this film, and you'll be able to watch that if you want. And the film doesn't necessarily have blood, but there's hints of it. And like the most vicious thing that happens in this film is someone dies, someone gets eaten, and someone's skin gets ripped off. And that's about it. And
Fuck.
Yeah, so it's fairly brutal for a Disney film with kids. There was a few scenes where I was like, oh damn, Disney, you're going dark again.
Yeah, same with me.
But
it's just...
I give it props for doing that.
Exactly.
And being that kind of film. And it's a shame no one's seeing it, personally.
It sounds like a film I would have watched when I was a kid.
It's very similar to The Land Before Time in some sense.
Exactly.
Very similar. Number 4, Turbo Kid. This film came out somewhat earlier this year. It's essentially a 80s throwback to just 80s like cartoons, films, nostalgia. It's got people are calling it the what is the tagline? Mad Max with BMX bikes.
Yeah,
that's just one tagline. It's a really fun film. My number 3 is going to my number 3 is going to Inside Out. I thought this film was fantastic. Really cool concept for a film. Disney did a fantastic job with this. I think it's going to be that kind of film that hopefully parents and teachers show kids to go, oh, this is, what your emotions are like. This is you growing up, and this. You laugh, but I generally think that it's a decent film to do that. Cause,
what is puberty?
Sorry?
What is puberty?
Yeah, I think if they do a sequel, I think I'd be very interested if they did tackle that.
Yeah,
even on the DVD, it has a short about Miley, the main character, going on a date.
Riley,
sorry.
Yeah.
And her friends reacting to her parents reacting to that. So here's hoping that's one sequel I would be down for.
I'm down for that as well.
Number 2, I'm not sure if this is... Sorry?
Oh, I just said I'd watch a sequel to that.
Oh, cool. Number 2, this might be a surprise to some, the Peanuts movie. This film is awesome. Like, really, really good. If you don't know the Peanuts or Charlie Brown, Snoopy, that's what they fit into. The film that came out, this film is amazing. Like, this is what I would consider a faithful and perfect adaptation of a franchise.
Oh, wow.
They mastered everything in this film. I only have one downside, and it's even a pro. So the fact that there's too much of one scene, but it's still really good, and that's about it. And number 1, I had to put it Mad Max Fury Road. I don't think there's anything else I can say about this film other than it is a simple as hell film where it's about a woman who was meant to go right but decides to go left. And that's basically the plot of the film, and it somehow is one of the best films of this year. Now
that you say that, I think they ripped off Doctor Who. Because there's a whole episode called Turn Left where she turns left and right instead of left, so they ripped it off. It's off my list now,
Yeah, but does it have water boys in it though?
No.
Or
it has giant bugs.
lady titties.
Oh, he's got you there.
No, but it has someone. I think Karen Gillan's in that episode, even though she's in a later Doctor Who series.
Okay. And real quick, my honourable mentions being John Wick and the Babadook. So, I'll hand it to our final person, Terrets.
So Star Wars didn't even get near your list.
No, I didn't watch it. And I'm not going to watch
then
it.
we had that
Let's not start Raccoon.
Later on in this podcast, you're going to realise why it's not on my list and why it's not being mentioned anywhere except for one place.
Oh.
That's all I will say for now.
Okay.
But, go on,
So-
your list.
I watched a total of 5 movies this year.
Mm-hmm.
One of them was Jurassic World, and that was a bad time. But so I'm just gonna give 3.
Sure.
Number 3 is Inside Out.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was a very well executed movie that went through development hell,
Yeah.
and I was fairly surprised that they pulled it off. It was something that I watched on Home Movie, and I was just like, oh, this is really good. Oh God, tears. Oh God, no, tears. That was pretty much my reaction to that movie. I really like
Fair enough.
fucking depressing ass.
You want depressing? Watch The Good Dinosaur. There's like I say this in my review, and I'm sorry to keep promoting that review, but literally I was with an audience of mostly kids, and there was one child that did want to go out the cinema crying.
Wow.
And it's not. And trust me, if you watch that film, have a guess thinking about what scene made this child cry, because you might not be able to guess it. There's some depressing as fuck
Is
scenes.
it the skinning scene?
No, there's no skidding in this film.
Is it the
You said there
cannibal
was
scene?
somebody
No,
removed all their skin.
No, they don't remove all the skin. Someone gets some of their skin torn off, and it's
Oh, okay.
yeah, it's like someone bites off someone's skin. Like there's a lot of dark. There's like, sorry to keep going. There's like skin being ripped off, decapitation, murder. I mean, just for an example, one of the lines in the film is, "I drowned him in my own blood." Yeah, Good Dinosaur. Yeah,
He is a bad dinosaur,
Take your kids.
Wow.
That's my intention. I'm going to get my future kids to watch this.
Yeah, I think it's a good film. But sorry to derail you.
Yeah.
That's
No, man, that's fine. It's fucked up though. My number 2 is Ant-Man, which I saw about 2 hours ago.
okay.
I really enjoyed it, and it's another movie that went through development hell with Edgar Wright and all that. And it took the place of Age of Ultron because of how well they developed the characters in this movie compared to how they developed the characters in Ultron.
Okay, cool.
And I really appreciated the more diverse cast in Ant-Man.
Yeah, I'll give it that.
That movie's a surprising melting pot. And then I'm gonna just level with you. Number 1 is Star Wars.
Really?
Yes.
Raccoon. It's Star Wars.
Oh my gosh,
Yes.
I never would have guessed.
Just
One
the
of
name
us.
gets it.
Oh,
I mean, I don't even.
I thought it was going to be The Hunger Games Part 2, personally.
You know what I thought it was going to be?
I guess your favorite Christmas movie is Star
Raccoon,
Wars: The Christmas
check your privilege.
Oh.
It's Hunger Games 2, Part 2. Get your head out of your ass.
Oh, I see. I see how it is. Just you wait.
No, man.
Yeah, but go on.
I almost went and watched the Chipmunks movie, but then they were out of tickets. So I just decided to go see the indie darling of Star Wars.
I
I
did the
thought
same thing.
Oh.
it was actually pretty good.
Okay.
No, I don't know. I really liked it.
Hmm.
It retreaded a lot of the steps that A New Hope did.
Yeah.
A New Hope did originally, I should say.
Hmm.
But other than that, it's hard to find many faults. They're there, but it takes a little conversation.
One thing that I thought, like... sorry.
Go ahead.
Alright, one
Go
thing
on,
that I
quickly.
liked about it is that they brought back the magic back into the Force.
Yeah.
That's what I really enjoyed. Yeah, carry on.
Yeah, quick spoiler. There are no midichlorians in this fucking film.
Thank
And it makes it
fuck for
100
that.
times better.
Yes. I'm
No
not
shitty
I am
Jedi
not a
training.
Star Wars fan, but even I'm like, thank fuck for actually listening and making a good film, at least.
Yeah.
Like, jeez. Okay, and that's it for you? Any
I
other
gotta say-
questions? Yeah. Oh, yeah, sorry.
C-3PO has the best line in the fucking film.
Which line?
His first line is my favorite line in the film.
Okay,
Which line is
yeah,
this?
With the one where he cockblocks Han Solo.
Okay.
Okay.
That whole scene is just is my favorite.
Hilarious. Yeah.
Gold. Okay, any other questions before we move on to the next subject? Ferret?
Yeah, I got one.
Mm-hmm.
Just carrying on from The Force Awakens.
Mm-hmm.
What I really loved about that movie is that C-3PO became Big Boss. That's the best thing about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I sent you that picture.
Yes,
It's like
yes.
Metal Gear Solid 5, the Phantom C-3PO.
It's got the eye patch as well. Oh, I love that one.
I like literally. I obviously haven't seen the film, and I remember just seeing a TV show, and they had, I guess, a guy playing C-3PO, and I saw the red arm, and I'm like, okay, is this Phantom Pain? Like, what?
It's Phantom Menace.
Oh, that was beautiful right there.
We don't speak of the dark times. Okay,
George
so
Lucas go for a breakdown during that time.
You mean a divorce?
Was he?
Yeah.
Oh my, no wonder why.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he was going for a divorce like during the prequels.
Alright, let's make Jar Jar, making everything happy.
God. All right, so moving on. Yeah.
I gotta correct that. It's actually during Temple of Doom.
Oh, was
Lucas
it?
was going through the divorce.
Oh yeah, because that film was so
that's why
dark.
Temple of Doom is so much darker
Yeah.
than Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Okay.
Okay. Fair enough.
Good film.
Cool. Right. Any other notes, points, or questions from favorite films? No? Cool. Alright, let's move on to our next subject, being favorite albums / EPs of 2015. Shall we start alphabetically and see who has what? Looking at you, Ace.
I'm going to say one thing. Rock music this year was awful, so nothing.
Okay, Ferret.
The best thing was like Kendrick Lamar's To Pimp a Butterfly.
So you'd say number one favorite.
Yeah,
Okay,
that was it basically for this year for me.
fair enough. Ferret.
It's been a very slow year for music, in my opinion. I only have one album of the year, which is, in my opinion, mediocre at best, which is Cherry Bomb.
Tyler the
Tyler,
Creator.
yeah.
Oh yes. Okay.
Yeah, so that's all I can say.
Yeah, I did not like that album.
No, it was
I
pretty bad.
liked one song.
So, what's with that?
I can't remember. You know the first one, like the single.
Fucking Young.
No, that was that on the same album?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
alright.
That
There were
was one
two
of the
songs I
singles.
liked then.
The
There was the rock kind of one.
yeah,
Yeah.
Death. What's
Death
it called?
Camp.
Death Camp,
Yeah,
yeah,
that was
yeah.
a really good one.
Yeah.
Death
I like
Camp
Okay,
and
cool.
Fucking Young were good.
Mellow. Do you have anything for favorite albums of 2015?
Well, honestly, my favorite album, because music was really dry this year. Maybe it's because I'm a fanboy, I don't know. Muse Drones.
Who?
Muse Drones.
Muse
The
Jones.
album's
Muse, yeah.
Oh, Muse. Oh, okay. Sorry. I did. Sorry.
Yeah, Muse.
You said it. Sorry. I think the audio cut it together, so I heard Muse Drones. I was like, what? But okay, sure. So I'm taking that to your number one favorite album.
Yeah.
Okay,
this year.
cool. I guess that falls to me next. I actually have a top 10. I did listen to
Jesus.
quite a bit of music. Overall, I listened.
Jesus.
Huh? No, I have like about 30 albums that were considered for this top 10, and I managed to whittle it down to 10. So I'll breeze through these real quick as soon as it's the top 10. Number 10, Disclosure, Caracol. The British house old school duo, pretty good album. You probably know of them from having the song with like Sam Smith and Gregory Potter. Pretty good. Fairly disappointed. I wanted more songs that had less features on it, but at least some of the features were good. Number 9, Julio Bashmore, Knocking Boots. He has my favorite single of the year, and he has some of the best songs of the year. I would definitely recommend if you want to hear some house music with a lot of bass into it. Neo India, Vega International Night School. That's actually what the title of the album's called.
Podcast name, wow.
What?
That's an awesome name.
It is. It's not my favorite named album of the year, but I'll get to that in a sec. Really awesome new disco dance, house music. He's coming off the whole vaporwave scene, and as soon as vaporwave has got a bad name, is pretty much dead. He's pretty much come out, reinvented himself, and pretty much been like, yeah, I'm doing my own thing. It has probably what I'd say he's got one of those album covers where if you look at it, the album cover explains what his music is about, straight up. Number 7, Dr. Dre, Compton. Didn't like this album as much as 2001, his previous album, but still a decent album. Good features from everyone you'd expect, like Ice Cube, Kendrick Lamar, Eminem, and a few others on there, but overall pretty decent album. I don't really dabble in this genre, being heavy metal rock, but number 6, Ghost, Mellow. Pretty good album from Ghost overall. It's probably their best. Is it the best? The lead singer's always called like Papa Roach or whatever. Not Papa. Papa.
Wait, what?
He's called like Papa. That's just what he's called. He's got like a ghost face, hence the name Ghost.
Oh, okay.
Really good album. Really kind of campy performance, glorified heavy metal music. Pretty good. Number 5, probably the most underrated album on this list, being Macaroso 1982 to 1999 with Cham. This is a free EP. He's another artist coming off the whole vaporwave kind of scene, but he's more new disco. Fantastic album. You can find it on YouTube. It's not free, but you can find it on YouTube to listen to. Just if you want just some fun electronic pop synth music, there you go. Number 4, Milo. Titled "So the Flies Don't Come." A short album. Milo is a art rapper, philosopher kind of flow.
Whoa.
Really good, dark, deep kind of album. He's got like a lot of really interesting lines. Just one example where he's saying when he's talking about the whole idea of how the fact that he's not afraid, that he doesn't mind the fact that the white people are whispering niggero real quick. You know. Some interesting topics he talks about.
Is that a new type of cereal?
No, and I hope not.
Is that a new type of cereal?
And I hope not. Number 3 is going to Injury Reserve with probably the best title and album artwork of the year, being Live from the Dentist Office, which is what the album is actually called. The
Genius.
album is literally an image of a guy with gold teeth. That's the album cover.
That's awesome.
It's a free mixtape if you want to go listen to it.
Free?
They did it.
Ooh.
Yes, free. You can go download it right
no
now.
Excuse.
Yeah, there is no excuse.
It's called Live from the Dentist Office, and it's free.
How can you say no to that title?
Yeah,
And this was our
exactly.
sponsorship.
Really good album. Another rap album. It's probably got some of my favorite rap-based tracks. I think one of my favorite lines on it being, "I've got 0 plaques on my wall right now. You got 40 retweets. Damn, nigga, wow." Which is an interesting statement on the how the music industry, well, the rap game is at the moment. My number 2 is going to Joey Badass, Before the Cash, or how I think it's pronounced is Badass or Before the Cash, like I already said. Really good album. This is his first studio album. He's got like about 20 mixtapes, and he finally decided to release a studio album, and it was fantastic. Really good. And my number 1 goes to Kendrick Lamar, To Pimp a Butterfly. So that's my top 10. I have a few honorable mentions. There's quite a few, so I'm going to breeze through them real quick. I won't give them too much mentions. The Smallville Ways 10 Years EP album, collection of the music companies, just a random few songs they put on there. The Tori Mio album, the Tori Mio album, Samantha, a random demo tape he just dropped out of the fuck of nowhere, but it's pretty good. The FK Twigs EP, Melissa, or as it's pronounced, M3LL155X, or Melissa. Next, Igloo Ghost with Chinese New Year's, with New Year's spelled N-U-Y-R. This EP is the craziest thing I think I've heard all year. It is nuts. Like, no joke. This combines every genre I like. You got a bit of house, disco, dance, hip hop, funk, soul, and samples of kids talking about paintings.
That sounds beautiful.
So, yeah. Nicholas Jar with his newest EP titled The 3 Sides of Andrea and No One Is Looking at You. pretty good short EP, and the Gloss demo, which is some extreme, serious post-punk stuff, which I really hope these guys come out with a full-length album, and that is my list of albums of this year. Hopefully I went fast enough. Moving on to the final person, Terrets, do you have anything for...
I have no
music?
albums. I forgot music existed for a minute.
That's understandable. Like I'll probably be bold and say everything on my list, even my honorable mentions, is worth listening because I think it is some of the better stuff of this year. I'll just throw that out.
There were a lot of words you just said. I'm gonna need you to send me like a list of like songs I need to check out because I trust you.
Yep, I can do that. I mean, I've got it right here. So, moving on to the next section, which I'm not even sure if it's going to be the same situation. That is favorite songs and music videos of 2015. Starting with Ace.
There was a song I listened to recently. It was only a couple of days ago. It's called "The World Is Big Enough," I believe, by Girlpool. They're a very new kind of indie kind of band, but very nice piercing vocals. I liked it. They're a kind of folk group. It's like two girls, but very enjoyable.
So I take it that's your number one song.
Basically, yeah, that's it.
Ferret.
Alright, favorite song and music video.
Yeah, so I'll quickly specify you're allowed to include both. So if it's like a music video that you liked and it was just a song, you can do that. But go ahead.
But yeah, it was from Justin Bieber, and the song is... I'm joking, by the way.
Okay, good.
It's by Tyler, the Creator, of course, and fucking young / Def Camp. Because the reason why I said / Def Camp is because at the end of the video you have like the Def Camp playing. So yeah, it's two songs in one. What more can you ask for? To be honest.
Fair enough. So take that's your number one.
Number one.
Mellow, do you have anything for favorite songs and music videos?
Oh, absolutely. Well, to start off my list, number 5. Where Are You Now?
By
Skrillex and Diplo.
Okay, yeah.
Featuring Justin Bieber.
Raccoon, that wasn't a question for you.
What?
That wasn't a question for you.
I was just like, okay. But that's fine.
Yep,
that's fine.
It was really, I really liked the song. It was, I don't know what I liked about it the most. I can't even say.
Is it the part where they
Part
slow
where
down Justin Bieber's voice and he's like, "Where are you now?" Because that was my favorite part.
Yeah. Yeah, that's one of the best parts, I have to admit. But I mean, like, there's something about the synth. I don't know. 4. All the Pretty Girls by Kaleo. That song was stuck in my head for so long. It has the same chord progression. Well, it's different in the style that they play it, as Riptide by Vans of Joy.
Okay.
Which is another infectious song that I love. Then number 3, Omni, Cheerleader.
Okay.
That was a freaking awesome song. I do appreciate people that can actually sing falsetto. I mean, like, that's so rare.
Seems to be somewhat rare nowadays.
Yeah.
No, go on, continue.
Yes. Number 2, another high pitched singer that I fall in love with, Sia. Alive.
Okay, yeah.
I love that song. And for shits and gigs, my number 1, Hotline Bling.
Okay.
Which made Drake into the biggest memes I've ever seen.
Okay.
For no reason.
Good.
That's completely understandable.
Have you seen half the stuff they just made him do in those videos?
Yes, I think
I
that's.
actually love that
Yes,
video.
I mean
It's beautiful.
he's the biggest joke of 2015, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Have you seen the one with Trump doing it?
Oh, yes.
What?
Oh my god.
I haven't seen it. No.
I need to see this.
I'll find it and link it.
Yeah, I think we need to either watch this
Well,
after or put it in the description or something like that. But that's cool. I guess that falls to me. I only have 5 songs / videos for my list. Starting with number 5, I'm gonna go with girl band Paul. This was a pretty somewhat fucked up music video. I'm not really gonna describe it. I would just recommend watching it. But a really awesome post-punk song. It's very timid, slow, and it just gets to this mess of just noise. Number 4, Igloo Ghost again with Chuli / Melon Lantern Girls Choir Googly Eye. That's what it's actually called.
Beautiful.
This, as I've already said about Igloo House, this song is nuts. This song is no exception, with the quote at the end being, "How can you not understand how to do it? You just press a fucking button and it works." Yep, that's probably the only line spoken in the song. Number 3 number 3 goes to Kendrick Lamar, The Black of the Berry. Really awesome song, awesome subject matter. I think it's one of the best songs off the album that he released. We need more songs like this in rap and music in general. Number 2, Par 1, Elevation, featuring the African Royal Choir. Really awesome house beat and choir based song. It really worked. Definitely tune of the year. And number 1, as I probably already stated, goes to Julio Bashmore with Simple Love, featuring Dalangin. I can't pronounce her name, but yeah, Simple Love. I've got the vinyl. Well, it's not there, but I have the vinyl somewhere. Honorable mentions real quick. What is it? Honorable mentions being Drake, Hotline Bling. I do actually like the song, and I think the video is actually one of the most hilarious things I've seen in a long time. Another honorable mention being Anderson .Paak and Knowledge with Sadu. Awesome video, awesome track, and that completes my list. Terrets, do you have a favorite song / music of 2015?
I've got one.
Okay.
And I talked about it before the podcast started, and you guys had mixed mumbles about it.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite music video, my only music video, was Little Dicky's "Save That Money," because I really enjoyed the premise of it.
Okay. Cool.
End of list.
No, that's fine. They can be as short as, well, I wouldn't say as long, but like they can be as brief as anything. So, next on our list, before we take a quick break to talk about a certain video, is favorite books / comics / mangas of 2015. We're going to start off with Ace. Do you have anything for this one?
I do. First of all, I'm going to start with Batgirl.
Please specify what it is in genre, like book, comic, manga.
Batgirl comic book series.
Okay.
Kind of got a soft reboot around issue 37 or 40 something.
Okay.
Where they started changing it. They had different artists and it became more modern and dealing with modern issues. Definitely stuff with teenagers and social media. Brilliant designs, brilliant art, and very fun stories that work in the modern setting.
Cool.
I love it. It's amazing. I'm going to continue reading it.
Cool.
Next one being Spider-Gwen. She also is a new female character, basically brilliant design again, and if you want good Spider-Man stories, get Spider-Gwen. Because that's the only good Spider-Man you're going to get nowadays. And finally, I've got a manga series here, which is called My Hero Academia. And the basic premise of this is a young kid without superpowers living in the world where 80% of people have superpowers. Yeah.
That sounds genius.
And he goes to a school for super kids. Everyone, all their superpowers are called quirks, so he's considered quirkless amongst it.
God.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
And one of my favourite characters, he refers to everyone, he's the kind of villain rival character. He refers to everyone else as secondary characters through the story. But, yeah.
It's hardcore.
It only came to, I think, internationally in 2015, and they're going to be doing an anime series starting April next year.
Nice.
So yeah, that's all of my comic books, manga of the year.
Cool. Ferret, do you have anything?
Interested in manga or comics? Skip me.
Okay. Mellow?
I have to say, probably, because I was rather busy with school. I really kept up with one thing, and that was One Punch Man.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah,
One Punch Man is
I gotta say, if you haven't seen it, you're definitely just...
Yeah, if you haven't seen it, you're not on the internet, I guess. I guess that'd be the only thing to say. But sure, I take that as your number one. My list is only comics because I only bought comics, so I'll breeze through these real quick. Number 5 is Scooter Young's rendition of Rocky Raccoon. Awesome series, about 8 parts, I believe, or so, and really fun, really stupid. Just finally, he got another good adaptation. Number 4, the current run of Harley Quinn. Pretty damn good. It's doing its own thing. It's pretty damn original. Number 3, Black Science. That's still going on. It's pretty damn good so far. I'm kind of hoping it ends soon because I have no idea how they can just keep doing the things they do without too many spoilers. Number 2, the Autumn Lands, Tooth and Claw. This is a really awesome kind of bizarro like fantasy film where everyone's like some weird animal, but they're like fighting a war and, you know, all this kind of stuff. And my number 1 goes to The Unbeatable Squirrel Girl. This comic is just so stupid and fun. Massive props to the artist who did it. And my honorable mention would be I Hate Fairyland, or Fuck Fairyland, as it's also known as. So that's my list of favorite books, comics, and mangas. Terrets, do you have anything?
I got 2.
Cool.
Yeah. Well, I can't have 2. I have an honorable mention, and then I have a book I really like.
Mm-hmm.
My honorable mention is the Darth Vader series of comics that have been released that are now canonical.
Mm-hmm.
They're really good. They've been making the Vader mask emote. They've been making it look without doing the sort of Deadpool-y like move and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Just with angles and lighting. They've made me feel for a character and made him feel fucking badass.
That's good. That's what you want to hear with like one of the most famous film villains of all time. Yeah.
Oh, exactly. It was a surprise. I got it for free from Comixology this year, and I was like, I'll give the first one a shot. Bought subscribed to it immediately. Shit's good. And then my number 1 is the book The Martian.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Which is what the Matt Damon film is based off of.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not done with it, but I'm in love. It's a great film. It's got a great amount of snark. It's got it's tense. It's interesting, and I'm loving how the character interacts with himself for most of it, since he's kind of, spoilers, stranded on Mars. I think the ingenuity the character shows is admirable and really well executed from a book standpoint.
Cool. Good to hear. Yeah, so we've got some interesting stuff on the books front. I thought this was going to be the category that no one had anything for, personally, but it's good to hear otherwise. Right, so we're going to move on to the next topic. Before we do that, we have, I think, the first of 4 videos of the week / year, however you want to put it. The first is going to be a song which I personally chose, which is going to be Richard Fields, the song that came out in 1982, which is called If It Ain't One Thing, It's Another. This song, I feel, kind of sums up where the world is going, and I'd highly recommend everyone listen to it, as it will be in the description, as all video of the weeks are. So, moving back onto the podcast, as we are just over the hour mark, so we may have to split this up at some point, but we're gonna see let's see if we can get past 2015 before we take that halfway break. But we got the next category being favorite cartoons of 2015. Very interesting one, and I'm gonna start with Ace, as I have been for the past few.
First on my list is We Bare Bears. Basically,
what number would that be?
I don't give any of them numbers. All of them are basically equal in my mind of
Sure.
stuff I put on here.
That's fine.
Yeah, We Bare Bears, basically 3 bears living in modern city, interacting with people, social media. It's just really fun, really smart slice of life with 3 bears, which is very weird to say.
Yeah.
Next one being Rick and Morty. Season 2 came out in 2015.
Yep.
I completely binge watched the whole series and then had to wait and catch up with season 2, and it was so like
painful.
Yeah, I wanted to watch every episode instantly. I loved it, very smart, and I think you said this before, it's like the modern Simpsons in its intelligence.
Yeah, I think it's the best show on TV right now.
Yeah.
Personally, I think there's nothing really touching this show from the standpoint of animation to some extent. But I don't know.
My next one is Gravity Falls. Season 2 also came out in 2015. The show is great, mysterious, and very fun, starring the two children, being Mabel and...
Twins, yeah.
Yeah, and Dipper.
Dipper.
Yeah. Very fun, and I cannot wait for that finale. That...
Ooh.
Jeez. I've got an honourable mention being Star Wars Rebels.
Mm-hmm.
Been really enjoying that, but I haven't finished, I haven't been continuing up to date, which is unfortunate. But
Is that of season 2?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I've watched a few episodes in season 2, but I know I'm missing some.
Cool. That's good to hear. And that's your list, yeah?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
all of my cartoons.
Cool. Ferret, do you have anything for that category?
I haven't been watching too many cartoons, but I just got one,
Mm-hmm.
and that's Gravity Falls. I've started watching it recently, only like a month ago now. But yeah, it's really clever and fun.
I'm really happy, Ace, you didn't spoil anything.
No, I know.
Because I'm aware everyone here watches it, but I knew it
was
was you.
tensing up there. I was like, oh, great, he's going to do it, he's going to do it.
No, we won't say anything.
Yeah, it's really fun, really clever. Animation is really, really well done. It's really... It shocked me how great it is. It's like... Wow.
Just for the record, how far are you into the series?
I think about 5 episodes now.
First season?
Yeah, first season still. So I'm a babby, so no one give away any big plots.
Okay, that's fine.
Right, but yeah,
So you didn't know that happened?
No.
Damn it, Sam.
Okay, Mellow, do you have anything for this
Yeah.
section? Yeah, go ahead.
I got a list. I got a 5 list.
Cool.
All right, to start it off, We Bear Bears. I love it. It started off as a webcomic apparently, and
Yeah.
it was a lot darker in a webcomic, and I was just like, wow.
Yeah, it was. It was darker in the sense that some of its ideas are a bit more based in reality, and they poke fun at things that existed in the real world. I'm trying to think of a darker line, but no worries, continue.
Yeah. Number 4, Gravity Falls.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, with the double season finale, that was. I just want to see more.
No spoilers, please.
Absolutely none. No problem.
Cool.
Number 3, Steven Universe.
Ah, yes.
Yes. Everything I love takes hiatuses, and it makes me cry. So, I'm just waiting.
I think Steven Universe has broken a lot of people's hearts, unfortunately.
That's why it's not on my list. Because of the hiatuses.
Yes.
Oh dear.
So deep. Let's see. Number 2 would be Rick and Morty.
Okay, cool.
And all the things they have, the references to all these other things. And I enjoy the show. And number 1, personally, The Amazing World of Gumball.
Ah, cool. Alright.
Interesting. People have undermined that show without seeing it.
Yes.
I mean, one episode they even made Dad went out to get milk 40 years ago joke.
Yeah.
No, that's I mean, like, it's hilarious. You wouldn't expect it, and the show has so much good.
It's extremely
such
underrated.
Good vibes. I love it. To
Extremely. Alright, that's good to hear that.
That's it.
I'll go to my list, which is a 5 as well, but I'll blow through these real quick. Number 5 is going to South Park's, mainly all of season 19. South Park tried something new. This time they actually had a overarching story, which was pretty good for the most part. It had a lot of pretty cool and current ideas, and I mean, I'd be happy if they do this kind of thing again, but I've got to give it to them for, keeping me entertained, keeping me laughing, and keeping me thinking for the most part. Number 4 goes to Star vs. the Forces of Evil. This is a brand new Disney XD show. Really awesome, really fun cartoon. Couldn't recommend it enough. My number 3 is We Bear Bears. Just a surprisingly good show for how simple and odd and minimalistic it is, it really blew me away. And it's like, for a new cartoon that's got the simplest plot ever, it's pretty damn funny. Number 2 is going to Rick and Morty Season 2. Fantastic series, overall flawless. For the most part, anyway.
Flawless?
Yeah.
Absolutely flawless.
I'd say it's a really strong season. I mean, it only got 10 episodes, but I'd say it's pretty good. I mean, compared to what else there is, yeah, but, you know. And my number 1 is going to Gravity Falls Season 2. Holy shit, that's all I can say about this season. Everything that's happened within 2015 has been like a whole shit kind of thing. And I got a few quick honorable mentions I'll breeze through real quick. Wabbit, a Looney Tunes Productions. This is the newest Looney Tunes cartoon out right now. It's watchable. It's pretty good. I've got a video going up on it, hopefully next week. It's good. It's got some good elements. I think it's worth mentioning. Steven Universe. Personally, the most disappointed cartoon on my list. I was really not impressed with this series as a whole, mainly because the hiatuses and just nothing fucking happened. Unfortunately, nothing really happened for me. I mean, the ideas with one character in particular kind of coming in and being like, oh, hey, you know, that was cool and we need more of that. But then the series stopping after getting a good idea, it's just like, oh, come on. And my other final honorable mention being Harvey Beaks. More people need to watch this show, please. It's a Nickelodeon show. It needs more love. Just go watch it. It's awesome.
Nickelodeon's not even on my TV anymore. It's amazing. I go to channel 33, which is where I used to have Nickelodeon, and I'm just like watching TV, and I'm just like, what's going on? Where's Nickelodeon?
Unless they got cancelled on your TV or
something. Doesn't exist.
Oh, that's pretty bad. Okay, I'm guessing moving to Terrets next. Your list.
Yes. And I might offend you guys because I'm about to talk some shit about Rick and Morty Season 2.
Oh.
I really like Rick and Morty. And when I went up and did this, the 3 shows that I started with were Rick and Morty, Steven Universe, and Gravity Falls.
Okay.
I'll get to why Steven Universe isn't on here later, but Rick and Morty Season 2 had very good episodes. I think Rick and Morty Season 2 had the best episodes of Rick and Morty and the worst episodes.
Okay.
Interdimensional Cable 2 was terrible. That was not a good episode. That end of statement.
Now, I can understand why you think that, because, yeah, I do take marks off that episode, because, yes, it is the least interesting and least original episode in the whole series, so I consider it the weakest. But I still think it's a decently good show. I mean, I know they even make the joke about, we're taking a break, fuck it, you know, we're doing this. I understand the clip show is the cheapest thing to do in a cartoon. Well, it's not really, well, montage, clip show, whatever you want to call it. But, I don't know, I still think it's a solid season. I mean, you can't, I don't know, it baffles me, because you can't say no to Steely and My Personal Space. I don't think you can. Like, I've just been quoting that for the whole year. Can I get a 1 for My Personal Space? Can I get a 2? Don't touch my personal space.
And Steely, I've been quoting him every time I go into a shop now.
Just gonna come in here and take this. But go ahead, Tourette's.
That episode, I was not a fan on its entirety. Big Trouble in Little Sanchez, the Beth and Jerry storyline was perfect. It was a great storyline. Rick, Morty, and Summer did nothing in that episode, and it really bothered me. And then Get Swifty is an episode that, honestly, I kind of forgot existed until I just went back, like, 2 hours ago and looked through the episodes of Rick and Morty, just so I could make sure I knew which ones I was going to bash and which ones I was going to praise. But it was just kind of a meh episode. Other than that, every episode was solid. They started out great with A Wrinkle in Time. Total Recall. I was dying. which one was this? I'm looking through them.
Sure.
The Rick's Must Be Crazy, the one where they go into his engine,
Yeah.
I think that's probably the funniest piece of TV that was on this year.
Mm.
And the Wedding Squanchers, the season finale, was perfect.
Yeah.
So that's why it's at number 3.
Okay.
For number 2, for me, I put Archer.
Okay.
Oh my god, how
choice.
could I forget?
Yeah, I've got as well.
Archer, season 6, got away from all the Archer Vice stuff, which was shaky, and got into a lot of stuff about Archer and his kid. And it was a lot of fun antics, and I really enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm.
And for number 1 is Gravity Falls.
Okay.
I can't even believe that Mabel went back in time and became Dipper's dad. It was crazy. It was one of those things. I was just...
He's fucking with you, man. He's messing with you, man.
Oh, good shit.
It was a joke.
It's not real. It's not
It was
real.
a joke, buddy.
It's
I'm
fake.
panicking, guys. I'm panicking. Are you there?
Jeez.
No, it was a really solid episode, a solid season.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even think I can think of a filler episode.
I do remember you mentioning one episode that felt like a filler, but
Dungeons and Dragons.
the Dungeons and Dragons one, and I kind of just said to you, but can you really blame them? They did 3 story episodes. They kind of need a break,
That's
and
it.
it was still good. you know.
I said it felt like that, but it was still a good episode.
Yeah, even if it was a filler episode,
Yeah.
but filler doesn't always mean bad
Yeah.
to some extent.
Was that the episode where the girls went off and did their own thing with the?
No.
Unicorn.
Okay,
That was a little later.
because that episode, the one you and I are thinking of, Raccoon.
Yeah.
Best episode. I think the again, I'm gonna say funniest episode of that series.
The which one is that?
Last Mabelcorn.
Sorry.
The last Mabelcorn.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, I remember that.
That was a good
I
episode.
love
That was pretty.
Shit gets real in that one.
How the look of the creature had me dying.
Perfect. Yeah. We're not even gonna say any of the quotes in that just because Ferret's here. We can talk about that later. But so that pretty much wraps up cartoons, and now it is time to pretty much cut off this part of the podcast because we are about an hour or 20 minutes in. So when we return, which hopefully will be the upload, which is already there, you will see part 2, which will be basically dealing with the Terrets.
I wanted to give my honorable mention / explanation why I didn't do Steven Universe, if that's all right.
Yes, please.
I watched Steven Universe all this year. It took me a while to go back and be like, okay, what was season 3? And season 3, a lot of filler, a lot of faffing, and it just kept kind of treading the same ground while also going nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
And with that combined with all of the hiatuses it had, I couldn't do it.
Okay.
Overall, it's a really fun show, though. Sorry.
So you would say just real quick, you would say you are looking forward to returning next year and watching it.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay, good. But yes, as I was saying, we are going to pretty much. This is going to be part 1 of hopefully just 2. If you come back to us, we are going to be in part 2. We're going to be talking about the a few more best of 2015s, worst of 2015 and 2016. So hopefully. Stay tuned for that, and we'll see you on the next one. See you in a sec. Bye. Oh, good. Right, let me go to the toilet as well because I'm dying.
That's heavy.
What is?
That toilet. No.
What do you mean heavy? How can a toilet be heavy?
No, I
You
didn't
carried
mean
it.
I carried it. That was
Yeah.
heavy. That's what I meant.
It's like I carried a watermelon, but you carried a toilet.
Shit. Bursting since the moment we said hello. I'm not joking. My bladder's like that.
Seriously?
I'm fine.
That was like half a second.
I know, it's weird. It's like, the moment we start doing something, when I know I can't go to the toilet, that's the moment I have to go. It's weird.